Respect the siren. When the siren sounds, know that someone's life is in danger and must be saved.
You said what?
What is the use of an ambulance? Ambulance. What do we That's not what
Property is on fire and must be secured. A crime must be stopped. The president
Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo
is coming. Give way. When you hear the siren, pull safely to a stop immediately at the shoulder of the road.
This campaign is brought to you by the Ministry of Information.
Back to work. Now it's your turn. It's like girls. I said, listen, in many applications, plastic is virtually irreplaceable because it is cheap, it is strong, lightweight, and resistant to corrosion. Now, the most common uses of plastic are in packaging and building components, such as piping. Now, in the medical industry, plastic is key to contamination and infection control. But there are some types of plastic known as single-use plastics. You understand? Single-use. Mention 2 or 3. Not 1, but 2.
Carrier bags and plastic straws.
What do you say? Carrier what?
Bags.
Carrier bag
and plastic straws.
And straws, 3 points.
If you go and make a simple purchase of about 5 cedis, 10 cedis, you are probably getting about 3 to 4 plastics. So in a way, that is sort of, to me, it communicates sort of, these plastics are very cheap.
There is one very important assignment here. As part of the initiative to beat plastic pollution, say no to single-use plastics. Is giving out cloth shopping bags to students in this auditorium to kickstart the cloth shopping bag activation in order to reduce as well as intercept marine-bound plastics. Now, the general public is encouraged to go on the EPA portal to begin the change process to improve public health for 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, so this is the tote bag which I have here in my house. Thank you very much. The tote bag, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I declare it duly inaugurated.
Excellency Ingrid Molestad, Norwegian Ambassador to Ghana.
My country, Norway, has a very deep connection to the sea. Our long coastline and maritime heritage have shaped our nation's history and identity.
We give it a rest on Tuesdays when no one goes fishing. Prior to Homowo, we also bless the ocean, pacify it, and pray for bomber fish harvest for the ceremonial food, Kokwe, in Shobulemo. While poor sewage and solid waste management are contributing to sea pollution, thereby posing a threat to marine species and the ecosystem. Our beautiful beaches have become an eyesore with the menace of plastic litters, rising sea levels as a result of climate change. Distinguished guests, the sea is in a poor state of health. We can no longer look on unconcerned and expect miracle to happen.
I know it's quite a lot of work that you have left to be here. I'll just give you one closing remark, and then that will be the end of it.
Thank you very much, and my friend in the beautiful hat. Whatever you have as waste can be brought to my doorstep. I'll take. I'll take in the sense that I'll employ people to segregate. I'll provide jobs and make sure at times people retrieve a lot of good things from the waste.
We are receiving over 20,000 kilos per day if we allow all the 300 women to pick the plastics. I don't know what I'm going to do with the plastic at the moment until I scale up. If I allow these 300 women to bring the plastic daily, it's 20,000, which I can process between 3,000 to 4,000. All these benefits are there, but where is the help? Where is the funds to push? We are not only seeking for free money. Plastics, you need high energy to melt them. And you can imagine the bills that we are paying. Even if it's a soft loan to help us move to the next level of the business, you can imagine the amount of plastic that we are taking away. We mentioned numbers, conferences, they are all good, but that contributes to about 30 to 40% of the problem. The action, we need to take action. One time we had a conference and one gentleman was saying, but the pure water sachet, now they are picking it. It's true they are picking it. The truth is, they are using the pure water sachet bags to produce the black ones, which nobody picks it. Nobody is picking the black poly bag because of what we think is in it. The technology that we are using, we don't care what kind of plastic is it. We can use it. So the problem is there, but the action, we are not taking it. We only talk about the problem, talk about it. If you don't put in action, we will keep on having meetings, and the problem will still be there.
This is Nkrumah's Ghana, for God's sake. We used to have cooperatives in everything. Fishermen cooperatives everywhere. Put the street kids together in a cooperative. Organize everything. Give them the money. The Labadi Beach Hotel, La Palm Beach Hotel, whatever. They should pay for the cleaning of that stretch of the beach. They have the money. They shouldn't give it to anybody else but the street kids.
I engage in scaling solutions of new advanced recovery and recycling methods, including both mechanical and chemical recycling. Who am I?
Recovery.
I disagree, Accra girls. Achimota.
Recycling.
Achimota out. Presec.
Incineration.
Disaster, ladies and gentlemen. United disaster. It's unfortunate. Processing. A round of applause for all the contestants once more. And for our sponsors. We are facilities that pay a fee to waste collectors for the delivery of recyclables in the areas which they operate. These centers provide a vehicle for waste reclaimers to earn an income. Who are we?
Buyback centers.
Buyback centers, 3 points. Buyback centers, 3 points. Accra girl, the first step of any waste recycling system, according to type, wet or dry, recyclable or non-recyclable, plastic, paper, metal, or glass, it can happen right inside your home or at a formal waste management facility. Who am I? Presec.
Collection.
Oh no, ladies and gentlemen, it's unfortunate. Sorting.
Previous speaker in his analysis said food was the one category within the retail that people spend the most on. But food was way out. Food was almost 10 times the next level.
So Bernard, I've said something since the COVID days. Unless people are dead, they will eat. Seriously.
So COVID has taught us that you cannot always depend on someone else. You need to have the capacity to produce certain things for yourself.
Everything that we need in Ghana, everything that you need to be successful is here in this country. We have so many natural resources.
Imagine if just 5 million, right, of the population in Ghana was buying food outside, breakfast and lunch. They are getting 3 plastics each. That's what, 6 plastics per day, times 5 million people. That's about 30 million. That's almost close to the population of Ghana in just one day, the amount of plastics that we're generating.
There are a lot of settled technology. You know, people keep talking about R&D as if you're going to go to the lab to now discover how air conditioners are made, or how cars are made, or how so many of these things are settled. It is the exploitation of the settled technology. That's where the growth comes from. And that's what China did. But you need to have capacity to be able to re-engineer, to adapt, to recreate. If I give somebody who studied engineering a machine, a microwave oven, can the person tear it apart and recreate it and in the process learn? That capacity is needed because technology exists. You need to build engineering, science, and technology capacity. I was just reading recently. All of us are familiar with the new speed train that China deployed from Beijing to Guangzhou. China didn't have the know-how. In France, they ordered 60 sets of the train. But listen to the important part of the story. They said, you will bring only 3 completely made. 6 you will bring in parts, and our engineers will assemble them in China. Out of 60, 3 only came complete. 6 came in parts, which Chinese people assembled. The rest was manufactured in China. By the time they finished this process, they have already mastered the process of recreating this technology on their own. The African president will go and sign an agreement for 60 trains, will allow China to bring all the employees to assemble it, will ask them to stay here and run it, because the thinking is Africans just want a train. They are not interested in reproducing the train, which is a fallacy. And so, for us, I was here in Accra a couple of years ago, and we were discussing economic transformation. And I insisted that if we are going to discuss economic transformation, it must include a measure that that African nation has a capacity to create, recreate, own certain parts of technology. It's not a matter of you just take in, you consume, electricity is here, you don't know how it is generated. Right now, the gap between those who are researching and inventing and those who are able to take them up is so huge. And that is why leadership comes in. Science, technology-led development is a leadership endeavor. Take it or leave it.